All right, all welcome back to Seventh House Tarot. So I pre-pulled some oracle cards to get us started, and then we're going to jump into the live tarot. So what I pulled for timing, I got November. So finding happiness and wanting what you already have with gratitude and togetherness. Now this could represent the month of November. If you are watching this when I post it, we are in November, so that could be. And then I have June. Enjoy small pleasures and endless opportunities, leisure, escape, and beauty. So this could be happening between November or June. This transition might be happening during that time, but this could be timeless. It could be, the time at when you're seeing it. Okay. Now, aside from the timing, I had a spill of oracle cards. Okay. So I had started out with torch. So dark to light, this real fully engaged, forge ahead type energy. I've got compass, true north, life path, seeking truth and direction. I have firefly, so illumination, chemistry, self-discovery here. I've got chandelier, more illumination energy, enlightenment, just beauty, legacy, celebration here. We've got a garden, so public views, society, crowds, audiences. This could be a date, outdoors, playing the field possibly. And then the last one I had was lighthouse, again with the illumination, okay? The right direction, seeking, navigating obstacles here. And so for me, the big pattern here was illumination because I had it in several cards, okay? So we begin with this pattern of light, like breaking through the shadows, a reminder when things seem uncertain, the universe has a way of placing a lantern directly in your hands, okay? So some of you have been searching for direction, searching for purpose, or maybe alignment. And this reading comes in like a compass pointing unmistakably towards a true north here with these cards. The energy here speaks of finding your life's path, understanding where you're going, and gaining the confidence to walk it, okay? So what's fascinating is the progression of the cards. After all the guidance and inner awakening, we end in the garden, public spaces, community, gatherings, stepping out into the world, being seen. Is the energy of making a connection and showing up or stepping into a larger audience or social setting here. And so we close with the lighthouse. Okay. So your inner guidance system shining with absolute clarity, right? This is about safe passage, trust, navigating with a steady hand, securing your course. It's as though the universe is saying, you are being illuminated so you can step confidently into a more public, open, connected version of your life, and you will not lose your way. So let's look at the charms I pulled here. Let me see if you can see those. I tried to put a black background on them so they'd be a little easier to see for you. But I got the number 8, 11, 28, and 30. So numbers of transformation, mastery, partnership, and milestones. They could be dates. They could be 8 days, 11 days, 28 days, 30 days from now. Could be days that you were born. They could be, it could be life path 8. Lots there. So just if it resonates. Okay. I have Aquarius, Capricorn, and I got optimistic here, which definitely fits with the theme. And on the back of this optimistic, guys, I cannot pick it up with my nails. On the back of the optimistic, though, is Sagittarius. Okay. There you go. But optimistic definitely feels the theme here. But the combination tells us structure meets innovation, grounded ambition meets future vision, and optimism ties it all together like a spark that keeps you moving forward. I got a saxophone. So the saxophone to me brings creativity, expression, and rhythm, your own soul's music wanting to be heard. Okay, I got the letter N. That might represent a person, a place, a key word that begins with N. Maybe it's a month, maybe it's November, just whatever it might be for you if that N resonates. I got a 4-leaf clover. So to me, that's luck, like it's absolutely on your side, especially as you take steps into the unknown, right? Something kind of scary. I got a sailboat here. So for me, that's movement, travel, spiritual navigation, letting the wind guide you, but also trusting the course, right? Movement doesn't have to be physically. It could be spiritually, emotionally, that you're taking this journey. Okay. I got a carnival carousel. And so to me, that's cycles, like that wheel of fortune, right? It's like nostalgia, playfulness, or stepping out of a loop you've been circling in for far too long, right? Let's see. And I think that covers our charms for this reading. So what I want to do is take a deeper dive into the reading and uncover what we're trying to find out here. We're going to use the traditional tarot for this part of the reading. So what I want to know is, like, what is the message here? What is it that you need to know right now for your highest good? So let's start there, okay? We're going to shuffle up here and get a couple cards out on the table. What does the collective need to know right now for their highest good? Okay, so I've got the Empress card. I have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so the Empress could be your energy. It is Taurus energy, if that resonates. It's, that's creativity, it's abundance, it's fertility, it's nurturing. And the Nine of Swords is like tension and worries. So possibly you might be worried, might have some fear, negativity, breaking point. This is probably your current energy. We've got the Three of Swords here, which is grief and heartbreak and sorrow. But then we have the Fool card with spontaneity and adventure, new opportunities. Okay, we've got a Two of Cups coming in. That doesn't have to be love. It could be partnership. It could just be, connections, making a choice kind of thing. And then we've got the Hermit, which is about solitude and introspection here. So let's unpack what we've got on the table. So with this Empress energy here, this tells me right away that many of you are stepping into a phase of rebirth. Creation, self-worth, there's something inside you that's already ready to grow. Like whether it's a dream, it's a relationship, a calling, or even the way you're beginning to treat yourself. The Empress doesn't rush, okay? She receives, she knows her value, and that the energy that it's highlighting you here is how I feel. This Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords, this combination is showing me that a lot of you have been carrying a deep emotional weight. This is anxiety, heartbreak, overthinking, sleepless nights, where you're replaying something from the past or bracing for something that hasn't even happened yet, that you're just worrying about. For some of you, this feels like old wounds that have been triggered, possibly. For others, it may be disappointment or fear around something you truly wanted. All right. But because the Fool card comes next, that's a brand new beginning, a clean slate, an invitation to trust again. The Fool shows up when the universe is ready to pull you forward into something much lighter, freer, and more aligned than where you've been sitting emotionally here. So for some of you, this may be a step into healing. For others, it's a new journey, okay? A fresh start or a leap of faith that's been calling you. The Fool doesn't know every detail, but they trust the nudge, okay? Out the Two of Cups here, so that's like beautiful, balanced, reciprocal energy here. This can be romantic for you, but it can also be a new partnership, soul connection, supportive friendship, or even alignment within yourself here. The Two of Cups is harmony. It's being met halfway. It's the energy of someone or something that reflects back to you the love and respect that you've been learning to give yourself here, okay? This could be a relationship that heals you. It could be a new connection entering your life. It could be reconciling with someone emotionally, or it could be you returning to yourself after a long period of pain here. And with the Hermit, that tells me that even though you're moving towards connection, clarity, and a new beginning, a lot of this journey is also trust and quiet knowing inside you. This is your stepping away from external noise so that you can hear the truth, your direction, your purpose. So in other words, you're moving from heartbreak to healing, from fear to faith, from confusion to clarity, or from isolation to aligned connection here. This reading is a reminder that the pain you've been carrying is not your destination. So simply a place that you paused in the journey, okay? The Empress is rising, the Fool is calling, the Two of Cups is aligning, and the Hermit is your guiding steps. So you're a stronger version of yourself. You're wiser than the version of you that you were afraid of, and you're stepping into a chapter that finally matches the love, value, and depth of who you are. So let's dig a little bit deeper here. What is it that you need to know, or what action steps you need to take at this time? Like why is it important that you're getting this reading today? What do you need to take away from this message? Yeah, what do we need to take away from this message today? Why is it important today? Okay, I've got the Magician. I've got the Two of Pentacles. Let's see. So the Magician is about willpower, desire, resourcefulness, the ability to concentrate and manifest. The Two of Pentacles is about balancing resources. Okay, let's see. What are we balancing? What is this Two of Pentacles? Okay, we have an Ace of Wands. All right. So it could be passion if it's a love situation. It could be a creative spark. Just initiative, possibly, maybe. We've got the Six of Swords. Sorry, guys. So we're transitioning. Oh, I got cards flying out, guys. We're transitioning away from something and sailing into smoother waters. We've got this Knight of Swords here. So that's action and speed. So that's good. That is some quick movement. Let's see what else. Let's get one more here. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Nice. Okay. So what I'm getting as, why is this important right now for the collective? With this Magician card, this tells me that you are like in your peak phase of manifestation energy right now. You're more powerful, you're more magnetic, you're more capable of shaping your reality than you realize here. So the Magician shows up when your thoughts, your intentions, and your actions are aligning. So this is like your window to create, okay? You've got this Two of Pentacles showing some of you have been juggling too much, maybe responsibilities, emotions, decisions, or even timelines. There's been this sense of trying to keep something afloat for you. And because of that juggling, your energy may have felt like fragmented. All right. And then this moment to choose what matters, to simplify, to realign, to stop pouring your power into too many directions at once. You've got this Ace of Wands, which is a spark. Okay. A fresh wave of inspiration, passion, creativity, or momentum. This is the internal fire that says, I'm ready. I want this. I'm not waiting anymore. You've set your sights. You know what you want. And now you've got that passion to move forward. Okay. So this is your green lights. With the Six of Swords, it shows that the spark can only take root if you allow yourself to move forward from something, either mentally, emotionally, or energetically. Okay. This is a movement of transition, a movement of leaving behind old fears, old stories, old patterns, stepping into calmer waters. You are leaving behind whatever it is that is no longer serving you. And you're leaving, whether that's conflict, it's bad relationships, it's karmic attachments, it's blah, blah, blah. Okay. Whatever it is, you're leaving it behind. You know you need to leave it behind. You know right now, I know you know what I'm talking about, and you need to leave it behind. Whatever it is that's holding on to you, you need to leave it behind so that you can move forward here. Okay, we understand? All right. Now, we have the Knight of Swords. So we've got swift, decisive, unstoppable action here. This is forward movement, clarity, determination. So this is your window is open. Your energy is moving. The opportunity is here. Don't hesitate. This is go, go, go. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So we've got independence, financial stability, self-sufficiency, confidence, abundance. This is you stepping into a version of yourself that is grounded, empowered, and secure. Okay. This is the universe showing you that what's on the other side of the decision you're being asked to make is a life that feels good, a life that feels whole, a life that reflects your value, your growth, and your worth. Okay, so why is this message important now? It's because you're standing in a rare window where your power is active. Your path is opening. Your spirit is ready. The past is losing its grip on you. The future is gaining momentum, and the universe is telling you, take that step, follow that spark, move forward with your purpose. Your next chapter begins the moment you decide it does. So for those of you that this resonates with, please let me know in the comments, what is this new chapter? What is pulling on you? What is it that you're wanting to put a spark behind? And then for those of you that may not quite be resonated yet, let's see. I'm curious. What is it? What is this new direction? What is this purpose? And it's going to be different for everyone, okay? But let's get a little nosy here and see if we can dig a little bit deeper. What is this purpose? What is this window? What is this opening for the collective, or who this might be resonating with? Okay, I've got the Page of Swords in reverse, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Let me turn my deck over because it's upside down, guys. Let's clarify here. Three of Wands, growth and expansion, the Tower card. Okay. The Tower. Let's find out what's on the other side of the Tower. Six of Cups, familiarity, possibly something from the past. Seven of Swords. It doesn't have to be deceit. Seven of Swords gets a bad rap. Sometimes it's just being strategic. Okay, so let's see. What about this Seven of Swords? Five of Wands, coming out of conflict. Okay, I do love that. Guys, I'm going to push this up so you can see it. Can you see it? Okay, perfect. So we're coming out of conflict with this Five of Wands. Let's do one more. I have the two of Wands in reverse, and my deck is upright. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, so let's unpack this here. So this window or this moment is just an awakening. It's a release, a revelation, a window of choosing alignment over fear for you. This moment exists to push you out of mental restriction, to help you let go of what you've been gripping, to break down what cannot go forward with you, to reconnect with who you really are, to clear the noise. Okay, so if that resonates with you, to place you at the threshold of a new path here. It's really redefining yourself, to free you from the past and clarify your future and align you with the direction your soul has been wanting to take you. So that could be it could be anything. Old relationships, a job that's sucking you dry. This could be anything. Friendships that aren't your friends. If you're hanging out with frenemies, that kind of thing. So let's see what else we can get into here. So what should be the collective's next step? What should be the collective's next step, practical action towards reaching this higher level of self, stepping into this path of illumination and getting to their garden or their lighthouse where they're truly seen in this Empress energy? So we've got the Queen of Swords, that's clarity and wisdom. Okay. We've got the Nine of Cups, happiness and contentment. Whoop. Okay. We've got Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. So this is all about, new opportunities, equal give and take, inner strength. Eight of Coins. So now that we know the window that we're stepping into, we can look at what steps do we need to take to get there, right? So I've got the Queen of Swords. So this tells me that your next step begins with clarity and honesty, especially with yourself. Okay. This is about cutting through emotional fog, cutting through excuses, cutting through the bullshit, cutting through. Speak your truth, make a clear decision, set a boundary, or remove yourself from what drains your energy here. Okay. There's no more distractions, no more sugarcoating energy. This is your next action, is to think sharply and act intentionally here. We do have the Nine of Cups, which is beautiful because it asks you to reconnect with your deepest desires. This is your wish card. So your next practical step is identify what it is that you truly want. Not what's safe, not what's expected, not what your mom and dad want, not what your kids think you should do, et cetera, what your friends tell you to do. What is it that you want to do? What is your wish fulfillment? Where do you want to be? What do you want? Okay. But it's what lights you up inside. Okay. Get honest with your heart's desire and allow yourself to want it unapologetically. So then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So that's showing that a new opportunity is either already forming or it's about to appear to you. Okay. This could be financial, professional, creative, or physical. Your action here is to say yes to the new seed, plant it, start it, invest it, take the first step towards something tangible. So if something comes your way and you're like, use reason. Okay. Use your intuition, but, this is a yes. Whatever coming your way, whatever new seed you are planting, it is a yes. This is not a someday card. It's a start now energy. It's get your ass in gear, okay? Next, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which tells me that giving and receiving is a major part of this next move. This could mean asking for help. It could be accepting support. It could be collaborating with others if this is work. It could be sharing resources or balancing how much energy you give away too. Protect yourself. For some of it means it's a time to receive instead of overgiving. For others, it means you're meant to offer your gifts in a bigger way. Either way, harmony is exchange is key here. Okay. So just equal give and take, whether you're the giver or the receiver. Okay. Then we have the strength card, the gentle, grounded, inner power kind of strength. Your practical step here is to stay steady, stay calm, stay consistent, and do not allow fear to shake your confidence. Strength is not force, it's resilience, okay? This is your reminder. You can handle the next step. You are ready for it. You got this. You'll be fine. Your courage is stronger than your doubt here. And then finally, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So mastery, skill building, practice, dedication, showing up for yourself every single day. This is the card of redefining your, this is like refining your craft, committing to the path, improving something steady, being willing to put in the work here. This might be learning something, a new skill. It might be, increasing your skills at work. It could be, really paying attention to your partner's needs here. It could be any of those things, but you're really working on this. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's find out, what do you need to know? Is there anything else that you need to know about this situation? Besides, you've got a path, you need to say yes, because this is going to get you to where you want to be. What else does the collective need to know for this reading? Okay, we've got the Devil. We've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, clarify this Knight of Cups for me. Because the Devil, we've got, addiction, obsessions, excess dependency, that kind of thing. The Knight of Cups in reverse is kind of disappointment, avoiding conflict here. And then we've got the Judgment card. So you're being asked to, make a judgment call and, transform some of these things. Give me a little bit more on this Judgment card. Hangman in reverse. Okay, give me one more on this Hangman in reverse. King of Swords, intellect and authority. Okay, so as we close this reading up, we've got the Devil, which is like your reminder that the biggest thing standing between you and the next chapter is not another person. It's not an external circumstance, but the chains you've outgrown. This is old fear, old patterns, old coping mechanisms, old attachments that once felt comfortable but keep you small, okay? The Devil shows up when you are on the brink of your breakthrough because it's the last checkpoint before your liberation. So don't let your past seduce you back into your limitations. Right beside that, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is showing you that for some of you, emotional inconsistency, yours or someone else's, has influence on your decisions, and that person has been helping you with your decisions for far too long, okay? This is where you've overgiven, you romanticize potential, you've fallen for promises instead of patterns, or doubted your own emotional clarity here. So this says stop chasing what doesn't show up for you. Stop waiting for inconsistent energy to become consistent, and stop pouring from an empty cup, okay? And then we've got this Judgment card. So absolutely, it's a breakthrough. This is an awakening, a moment of truth, the inner calling you can't unhear, okay? Judgment says you already know the answer. You already know what needs to end. You already know what needs to begin, and you already know who you are becoming. Okay. I love this for you. So choose differently, choose consciously, choose yourself here. Next to that, we've got the Hanged Man. So this final message requires a shift in your perspective. You're being asked to pause, but not in fear. It's an enlightenment here, to see your patterns from above, to look at them from a different angle, to understand that delays are not punishments. They're not they're protection and their preparation for you. So, you need to understand you can't keep doing things the old way and expect a new outcome, right? So then when we have the King of Swords here on the end, that's clarity, truth, authority. This is the version of you who sees illusions, makes decisions based on wisdom, and stand in mental mastery here. So no fog, no excuses here with this King of Swords energy. So you're in that I know better now, so I'll choose better kind of thing. Who was it? Who said that? Maya Angelou or something. Maya, you guys know, okay, so definitely this is showing you a path forward, a purpose and movement, action steps. And so now it shows you the truth. You're breaking from old cycles. You're awakening into a higher calling. You're shifting your perspective here. You're stepping into a version of yourself who leads with clarity, honesty, and strength. Okay, so do not go backwards. Do not negotiate with your future. Okay, drop the dipshits and the a-holes. Okay, you are ready for the life that's calling you. And that life requires truth, courage, and a higher standing for yourself. So Your soul is louder than your fear is now, and this is your sign. So if this resonated with you, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber so you can keep hearing messages. But I appreciate you all, and thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next reading.